Now, also say, Osono Mame, Madam Torkonoo, petition abane nkyere say, yebeyi ne to akonwa. John Mahama on to Mintina Jubilee House, enka say, sa petition no ogyina so apam Madam Torkonoo, say mane nye Chief Justice, onkoye a Supreme Court judge. Yes, see, the National Information Technology Agency, NETA, Nana Dodan Kufuor ejama NDC aban no. Sam George and the press conference where you mummy the Sam George kan.
Asrewa de sela, oha de hana, oyo de yona, polia de polena, okwa de comfort, koto de kunto, chichibia de chairman, for the farmer.
Now, Ghana ba emwedo ye jibi bruta. Now, breaking news now ban say and then you bring the presidency a release statement. So I'm for PZ4 dodo mun ko skunti moma menkan na menjugam se na be ya obi nkoji obi anu nsi bone uhu cobra na hu asantini a wagimi a jai cobra no ne mantama asantini no na sa asantini ba ko a wagimi no o de se cobra 30,000 ye be ka sa wadwa wabodam. Now osono ma me hu asama ba the Chief Justice and a statement a free the presidency about me baking kind of honorable. Who is calling my number? Who are you? Now, there's a letter, Presidency Communication. Tuesday, 25th March 2025. President Mahama consults with the Council of State on 3 petitions for the removal of the Chief Justice. Ayakrata and the President Mahama from office a release Yamagana for say yanking kind ni antias any the obeye any the abine bay any way and Mahama and take a decision. President Bia Oba Ujuma dia Udino Yawamra edi ana ebo Ujuma dia wubine. And Che Biana and say ye Council of Elders. Now Council of Elders no and I say Council of State members no. Enya John Mahama ne yi omo eye ne yekoto aba ewo every part of Ghana and ye Council of State some penifo no say bibi chire John Mahama so a Ghana constitution mmoa mbra na chire say omo ye advisory board ana advisory group omo betumi etu John Mahama fo ewo bibi a sebio Ghana ni bi ana Ghana fo a chire omo adwene omo hu ni say ewo se president tu hu anamon. John Mahama ya president a kebi mamin kebi hian nti onfa nsam nhye ono ani nsam embu mmra so enye de etia eye Holy Grail of Ghana and I said the Constitution of Ghana and I said eye krata konkron a ebo Ghana ho bra intenda no nipa bi atro eye petition eye poli miensa na petition ne say omo de nsam bi akoda John Mahama eye President Mahama. Na omo pese sa ensam no mdako da John Mahama no e wo se John Mahama etu wanamon and the way hu krata ba say wahwe krata anim o pese otu wanamon na emom tumi ni nyina nhye ne nsa Ghana mra ne kire se o se ofa ekwan bi so ana oma emra ye adwuma enti mom yankokan na menjudwam nkire PZ4 ewu Kumase every say ye ndwudwam a kwase bi betena Nhyira FM Jimmy fo bi betena eye den Hello FM Odwan bi ebga kwotena eye den eye Kesbin FM etwa motro because mo de atro ene mamu ye tuntum mo enti apesa mo kala ne toso nti ye ma obi antwa mo PZ4 asantifo ni bi mo besem besu nyansa no nyansa ana entro mame sanjudwam enti Assembly Pono no President Mahama consults with the Council of State on 3 petitions for the removal of the Chief Justice. I say President Mahama has received 3 petitions from various persons seeking the removal of the Chief Justice. The President has forwarded the 3 petitions to the Council of State to commence the consultation process mandated by Article 146 of the 1992 Constitution. Signed, Felix Kwachi Ofosu, Member of Parliament, Ofrimikrom, Abra Asebuko Amankese. Spokesperson to the President, Minister, Government Communications. Krata efri Jubilee House no inchechirem ni nyina nie. President John Mahama say nkrata miensa be kan sa efa eye Chief Justice Osono Mame Torkonoo ni dwumadi a odi se Chief Justice Ghana for bi a omutua to Ghana for mapa emra emo kwan se omo kanche president say dwumadie bi ene nia hombonsam bi ene senior chief justice osoro maame eye ne nyoma bi ninti no omo hu ne se wetia mra ebo de ne dwuma ho ban nti president no emfa emra so na onhwehwa nsem we mu na on make sure say ya pamo osoro maame as the chief justice of the Republic of Ghana. Nti President Mahama say ne nsa kasankrata miensa no na ono onya okutocratic sebio nipa ene sa line ekoto aba eyi no kebi mami kebi ogidi pa ene ohuni se eye Ghana no emra ena sebio ede eboy ho bra o say obegina Ghana constitution no so baby e friend article 146 edi to me ema ono ene sebio council of state eche president yo onye ontu wanamon ansana sebio decision bi anase sebio eye decision bi ombeteki in the president Mahama say onam eye Ghana mra so eye article 146 no ogina so aye de eye afa mra kwan so ahwe say eye petition na omde bae no emu ehwam ewon egina so a ewo se egina so ede pam osono maame Madam CJ Torkonoo. Now also tiasie say sa asem ya abedahoyi we atre the transparency anase pepeyo any sebio accountability any in fact let me use the word transparency John Mahama ne na aban omo pese Ghana fo hu ewo den amebuom. Now also tiasie say osono maame Madam Torkonoo petition aba ne nkyere say yebeyi ne to akonwa John Mahama ontimi ntina Jubilee House enka say sa petition no ogina so apam Madam Torkonoo se mama ne chief justice onkoye a Supreme Court judge. Na mo no de e wo se esini say John Dramani Mahama say or the petition no ema the Council of State Members ye ni ekoto aba Ghana fo nyina ekoto aba yi wo mo se omo so omo nhwem na omo pensem na omo so emekyere omo adwene ewo petition ya abeka ne nsa ti ase say Council of State Members ebi firi asantememu ebi firi bono ebi firi Ghana ha nyina emfantifo anwonafo yenia na ekoto aba yekoyi omo edi omo baaye inti John Mahama asade to me na ma Ghana fo if you say who Council of State Member bia or represent Ghana ni inti technically no petition na beka John Mahama nsa no wasa dane petition na ma Ghana fo e de say wo ne me ya to aba eyi obi se onsi anemu o Council of State na ondi juma maye inti sakrata ya John Mahama diama Council of State no wasa dane petition na maye ne Ghana fo say ya adwene ye sen enye ono nkwa na nyansa wo ne tirim yensu yenhwe ensem na ye de ato Madam Torkonoo so no yen pensem hwe say nokura bi wo mu a now emra ne kire say Council of State fo egi eye krata na e wo say yetumi yi nipa bi a omo so ewo de ewo Supreme Court judge fo omo so betenemu bi ni yetumi yi independent minded people bi so na omo beka ho na afei omo tena asem no so ehwe petition no allegations e wom afifi mu but conclusion say ebia Madam Torkonoo ondi boni bia ebia on find the position as CJ no embo emra bia so ebia on fa ensada entietia nipa bi fa ahodie so ebia on share down for 2 minutes de amano as chief justice no entata nipa bi emfa nye politics entietia ye fa ahodie so se Ghana enti so wo said de John Mahama de aba bontre na ono John Mahama kura no on person be take decision about the future of Madam Torkonoo o pese Ghana mra no o pese ye ne Ghana fo no ye ne take sa decision no it is under wo Ghana from Council of State Member na busa ne say ya sekrata na ba mo dwendwene ho ana de omode beba ena John Mahama de nsa be hyase enti mema obi ntina baby enka se John Mahama ba power ena wa bayi Madam Torkonoo John Mahama on this side is obey Madam Torkonoo Council of State na also omodwene na yekofa judge fo bi be support na omohwe allegation mu na omo pensemu say Madam Torkonoo odifo anase ondifo. Remember Sofia Kufuor na oda COVID-19 sika semuso no she is part of the Council of State elders. Sofia Kufuor Nana Addo Dankwa Kufuor COVID-19 ba ya odene to eye COVID-19 sika semna no maame no oka council of state members on enti memo bi nkotena baby say NDC for the council of state ye nyina ne to aba ye nyina ne sa line ye nyina ne to aba ena John Mahama tumi na maye say yen hwehwe nsem nim enti obia so otumi ye nyina ye wo ye ni e wo ho a omoba be pensem memma Ghana ni bia nkotena radio so nka say John Mahama because John Mahama on time Madam Torkonoo John Mahama onye judge John Mahama decision bi obeteki bia e Ghana fo e na wo se decide say ye pene so na say ye pene so enti na answer na John Mahama ban e betuma tam Ghana sika no e che omoba parliament enye NDC fo nkwa na wo ho ye wo NPP fo ho a e wo so mo nyina gitum ansa na ya den yakase Ghana fo sika ye de kwa koto koraba na se de koto kube. Into John Mahama no the power near limited when it comes to we as a nation making decisions for ourselves, and when it comes to changing or making sure we protect the Chief Justice of Ghana no John Mahama need to me what to me the power belongs to us, and as we speak today the power belongs to the Council of States. Almost 99% power to decide say evidence na ya present etia Madam Torkonoo no e wonjina so ana se dinjina so intime makako anako bi tibia enkotena TV so enkotena Kesmen FM enkotena Peace FM enkotena OK FM enkokeka nkwase asem say John Mahama ebe pamo Madam Torkonoo. John Mahama enyo na take decision. Council of State and the judges they will elect to sit on this matter, they will be taking the decision. In fact, NPP ni judge kesia ba kwa former Chief Justice Madam Sophia Ekufu on also Council of State members no. Ya wa mpeniform ya NPP mpeniform ka Council of State members no. Intima wo bi ntina baby enka say NDC for e person pam osono maame aka Madam Torkonoo. No. The law is being applied here. The president is going by the law. So Obijiri said the president no sebio enam embrakwan mu a onko court. Memma ko biti anaka ko bia nkotena radio so enko bie nanum kankan kokeka nkwase asem wo Peace FM anopa say ye ntia ase na memma kako bia meye sa nkwase ade ne bi. So wo hwe emra a John Mahama AUZ article 146 ojina so e dey take decision say or the krata na emma eye dey eye Council of State na so wonwene ho na so ogin say John Mahama nye the right na go to court. Court na ko genchirechiremu say wadwene will say John Mahama bu mmara so by referring this petition to the Council of State go to court and seek interpretation. Memma kakobia na ko biti jimifuo bi nkotena Peace FM enkotena Kesben enkotena nkwase ya radio bi so embeka nkyere Ghana for say ena John Mahama nya hwe wo ha ye nyina Ghana for ye nyina wo say ye nyina ye twen Council of State sene o madwina asem wo hu ayem pensempensemu ma ye hu se osono maame e wo so otena ho anase o se pam no so mo yem pensempensemu na the judges be kan pensempensemu no ho independent minded people be kan na at the end of the day omo evidence e kire say the Chief Justice and conducting hu ye in the office where she occupies her. She needs to be fired. She needs to drop and become a regular judge. For somebody who is competent, somebody who will not mingle, intertwine, somebody who will not bring politics into our judicial system to lead. But for now, no, until proven guilty, no, Madam Torkonoo has done nothing wrong. Until the petition is reviewed, it's looked at, people check and do investigations to get to the final bottom. No, nobody can say Madam Torkonoo had a mistake. As we speak today, Madam Torkonoo is still the CJ of Ghana until this petition goes through the process, which is legitimate. Media mami chobunko, mami chobunkwa. Asema mekano. Now, Communications Minister Akan Sembi. Na asama wakanene say 56 radio stations face suspension over regulation breaches. Sam George. Mo amwo PZ amonte brofo. Mo asebi mo asenkrigwa nipa bi de brofo dada mo mame ndwedwam. In fact, mo me enkotie de Sam George ekan brofum mi wi a na medwedwam.
The other 6 stations are a part of a total number of about 63 radio stations whose frequencies are not going to be revoked but are going to be suspended. We've suspended the first 6. I will be coming to the House to brief the House fully on the outstanding ones. I have engaged the Ghana Independent Broadcasters Association. I have engaged the Media Foundation for West Africa, and they are fully aligned with the processes that we are undertaking. Because we cannot have a situation where media houses would flout the regulation and say that because of press freedoms, the conditions for their licenses will not be met. But like I said, I will not, like the previous administration did, be revoking licenses. There's a difference between the two. I will be suspending the licenses, offering them the opportunity to remedy the anomaly in their cases. And in this case, there are huge fines to be paid. But once again, President Mahama has intervened and asked that we waive all those fines. In some of the instances, some of the fines are as much as 4 million Ghana cedis. And so this shows you that there is absolutely no malice in the action. Once again, President Mahama has intervened and asked that we waive all those fines. In some of the instances, some of the fines are as much as 4 million Ghana cedis. The anomaly in their cases. And in this case, there are huge fines to be paid. But once again, President Mahama has intervened and asked that we waive all those fines. In some of the instances, some of the fines are as much as 4 million Ghana cedis. And so this shows you that there is absolutely no malice in the action that we are taking. We're waiving it. We'll be giving them a window frame to remedy their situation. The 6 that were affected in the first phase, 3 of them have indicated to us and brought to the regulator the documentation required for the restoration of their frequencies. And I'll be authorizing the restoration of their frequencies. So no one should equate this or mistake this for the high-handed irrationality and politically minded actions that happened in the past.
All right, PZ for Mama Minjum because Brofona Yado, so I'm before this is your English in here. Intimation any woman the problem. You say Gina PZ. Now, Sam George and the Okasano or say, a buying a take a decision be. Decision in Yana say, send a bit to me no cre achichere Ghana. Send a bit to me a no cre abo obiaho buying. Send a media houses. Yaka say media houses and your radio nkwa your print for ho. Maybe this a Ghana Weber omutwatro and other media outlets. Or say a buying afom wadwini say where the Akoma radio stations nkwa or say a radio stations by 57 there. Omo license no ye ba be suspended. Or can be or see there's a difference between revoke and suspend. Dear aslo wusuni NPP be ye omo ni da ho e said da e revoking for license no. The difference between revoke and say obi ewo krata also ye adwuma na waje na waka che ne say medum u TV medum u radio wontumi nkasa mfrema mu biem medum no ene ya revoking. Ya ka say your lines ya suspend ya meaning say why ya ade bia e wo say se bia wo kire se de ade na wo ye no wontumi wonya sa ade ni biem wa kire say efiti ebia enne ko no nsem bia na wo ka nyome bia na wo ye wodi wo radio no ana wo TV no eya na etia kabi mami kabi etia eye nsem ebetumi akikire man no nyoma wa ya endi mu a etumi sai kuro atro wodi wo radio no edi no wagye atum se ampa wo yeye na ekọ anim no saa nyoma no wo betwe wo hu afiri ho na wantwe wo hu afiri ho a ye betumi revoke anase ye betumi edum no enti for now no Sam George say the 57 radio stations no oba be suspend the license no if you say sa suspension no kura no ebi kura deka ye keka boma ko 4 million Ghana na John Mahama na aka or say it is very important we keep our media houses, our radio, and the media part of governance. And when we said to do on the catch, say Sam George, any ministry near my gonna say, Omu kodisika nkwechia, Omu do no enya de ombesaba online biem. because obi wo ha ebia mistake oye no na enye deliberate. Ebi so wo ha mistake no mo no e deliberate. In the John Mahama say sikasem na ewo mu no Sam John Yemfanto nchen kakra na on adhere to the rules and regulations. On fa imrani nye adwuma. Sam George say on Ghana Broadcasters Association atnase. Amoma ti ase say decision we are all taking no enya decision or share them and I say or etimupo and it comes with some malice. A decision are purely based on evidence ekutano and it based on edia emra ebone dwuma ho ban. Into ono onye asla owusu sebio etimodin any otan any nkwasiade or sheda edum radio gold egi omo license shutting it down also onye sa ye ba be suspend the 57 radio stations we na obi obeba be kana asem ye abekire se wonu no ho bone a odi ye no sebio na nani da ho na nani nda ho na emom yen sama na another chance to continue production or say they are open to that conversation into oma asanteman Oma bonomai, Cape Coast mine, Oma awonafo, ene edian, Srebufo, Nzemafo, Obiati asese. NDC aban into say NPP abanya, Omu oppositioner, Oma junior omu say, or some ba no mube say obi ejuma. But the omu person we say, Omu person mu bo Ghana ho buying. Omu person omu bo kebi mami kebi ho buying. Omu person mu make sure say radio station asemi be free wa baby na eya sema eya no kretro do a ebeboa oman no enu nti na eya communications minister Sam George no make sure say radio stations are omafum emra no e wo say ye suspend ye gi den omo license no na ye gina ho kakra na ye totototo omo nyoma yi na omo ti ase say emra ba every say ne kasemu no o say radio station bebre akwhye bibia efre no eye freedom of speech ana kebi mami kebi ana say we dia yetumi kasa na obi antumi mboy ano so no o say radio stations bebre wo Ghana nipa bia bie ena ma hyeda akoka freedom of speech o makọ hye akire ena omudidi dwirimu omudidi bone omudi twatro omudi say man no saa nyoma nti ena wagina Ghana mraso as a minister to make sure say you're suspending 57 of them and make sure say omo adhere to the rules and regulations before their licenses are given back to them. Send ye beya on our way no so be sa ejina efum sam rana and you better make say a deliberate and that the laws have to apply. Maybe he needs or he will have to activate the revoking keys. And for now it's going to be suspension. Say obi after suspension no na se yesa de munkra tamamo na yaka se munko ye dwuma nko ka no kore na yesa kotiem na ehu se moni da ho twantro say man no egu nkofo hu fi abra mu ninjina so a ene de he can revoke meaning obeji mo license enfiri mu nsem na enfiremem mu mba biem. This is a good one because you see it's always good to give people second chances. It is always to make sure people are given second chances to correct their mistakes. This is a democracy. This is not a tyranny. John Dramani Mahama and the NDC, they want every Ghanaian to understand, say, as we are resetting, we should always understand, say, we have made mistakes and we will not go back to those mistakes. And it's not Ghana for Nyans afforded one say, we are not going to go back to bringing NPP back to power because it will be called haram. Into Yamamu opportunity way to just suspend and to sit and to make sure you do things right. So we are arguing say we are NPP radio station. What the ube catro? Not the evidence ni clear. Not the communications ministry and investigations. Not in so more. What they need to do, people like us, we will support the minister to revoke your license. And kusie anaka kobia nigano babetina radio so. Abekan kwasi asam say the NDC government is suppressing freedom of speech. Because today, the NDC government is giving the benefit of the doubt and allowing people who have committed crimes, who have deliberately done things that were against your freedom of speech in Ghana, to get a second chance to operate. Into Chinebi radio station, kwasiebi kodin kwasiasam, missing for me, kodissing for me, and making sure say, omo platform bedada Ghana for ni dum no for good. Mema kakotibia mekam kwasiasam. Say NDC ni John Mahama mo omo tata Ghana for omo pese Ghana radio bekasa. So you people should understand this issue. This is a government that is thinking twice. This is a government that is being matured. This is a government that is taking decisions that will not only benefit the government, but also you, the Ghanaian and entrepreneur. Because radio station be going to be independent be Inti abano air gene amount for investment. That is why the government is giving the radio stations second chance. That is why the government of the day is giving these radio stations second chance, because some of the radio stations and young Ghana for they have been employed, and the government doesn't want to take harsh decisions to do what put people in the unemployment bracket. The government doesn't want to do that. The government wants to protect jobs. But when people deliberately decide to say, upon all the things the government will do to protect jobs and protect investment, they are not going to be intelligent enough to understand to say, on my way now, the rules and regulations and the government will have no option than to revoke license and take those radio stations out of the system. As simple as that. Sam George also at the Asemfo bi ensa to dwa momentie Asemfo no. The National Information Technology Agency has only 25 Ghana cedis in its account at the Bank of Ghana, but owes over 813 million Ghana cedis. You see, the National Information Technology Agency, NITA, Nana Dankwe Kufuadum, Ejama NDC Abaino. Sam George and the wire press conference where you the Sam George Kanye.
NITA, the National IT Agency, for example, has 25 Ghana cedis, 8 pesos. I repeat that, 25 Ghana cedis, 8 pesos, as is bank balance at the Bank of Ghana. Meanwhile, the agency owes 813,486,505 Ghana cedis, 89 pesos. But what they have in their account is 25 Ghana cedis. This is the ministry that we inherited. This is what we took over. NITA, for example, has a certain contract arrangement with a third-party vendor. I have summoned the third-party vendor to appear before me tomorrow because I do not understand how all the revenue coming to NITA, the previous administration signed the contract that has taken all of that fund, all the revenue that comes, and gives it to a third party. And so NITA is not getting any money. And so you ask yourself, almost everything at the ministry goes to a third party. So NITA has 25 cedis sitting in his account. Meanwhile, just for the month of January, the payments from services that are run using NITA's infrastructure that I was supposed to approve to a third-party company was almost 4 million Ghana cedis. I have refused to sign it. And I've insisted that I've referred it to the Attorney General. I will not sign any such payments until I understand why NITA is not getting a dime and a private sector player is using NITA's infrastructure, earning in excess of almost 4 million Ghana cedis, and NITA is, all the debts are sitting on NITA's books, and all the revenue is going to a private sector. I mean, the ministry is the true definition of state capture. And I will take my time to come before the House and brief the House extensively on the rot in the ministry.
We Sam George on a communication mu sebio krachi penyinia owo Ghana. Brofo na waka no mami dwedwam. Mi wia na me de adanse atatowo ama wanadwi because kakobi eti ebia minority mu afodwo market minority market kan kwase asem say oh na Sam George nsem okan no engina so wen yene ankasa ye wurawura makopie Bank of Ghana through our checks no my team no some can say we are ahead of this government. Now me be kiramo adie if what the minister is saying is a lie, kakobia obe raise issue bia about it no should go to court. And if people at the end of the day, Abani started to question people. I remember Ojambia Meka say, NDC is persecuting people. The NDC will go after every single individual who has stolen from us. It's remember we refuse idea. Now, moment church there's Sam George kind. Sam George say, NITA, a National Information Technology Agency or kind of brofo in the Samajuma PZ4 and Bantama for Tiasie. Or see, or buy no, I better say. Omon krata ewo Bank of Ghana we hu na de etwa yem ni nyina ne say Omuko hu se andaba omia Ekufuado Kennedy Japan or se chairman sabonsu. Afi nyoma kenkwasi ampanyi we no. Die esi ne se eye neta no a eye aban adwumedie omudi aban adwumedie no. Sa eye agency no omuni company bi sign contract. Na die wanwa etwa akoma etwa yam ni nyina ne se neta as a government agency no aban agency a eye adwuma ma Ghana yetu omuka no. Omu free eye aban mu NPP for free aban mu no. Na sika omojai ediato Bank of Ghana. Your accounts are a Bank of Ghana. Nete juma mujatu na 25 Ghana 8 pesos. 25 Ghana 8 pesos. Ultu impo fanko kaswasha walai. 25 Ghana 8 pesos. Uko jina eye La Paz unya machine enfanko bibia. Aban agency and the Ekufuado Bawumia under eye ose chairman sabosu under NPP. Na die esaye ya ewasem nyina mu say Sam George say sa the same agency no almost sako no ma bro eka $813 million egu ono a wenye scan to wo and wabo preman sa de egu ho na omo hwehwe mu no neta company a one ne ko sign contract no sike bia neta benya bia no na sa company na akoto na accounts mu. That means monkey the job baboon the chop. Yani Ghana neta agency ni ye adwuma no ejuma no ye wia na infifre no akogu third party company bia on neta assign contract under MPP na sika na kotam. Inti as we speak say neta generate 20 billion cedis. That 20 billion cedis is with a third party individual bia na owo MPP aban mu omu lead agency no and a say assign contractor omu making sure say every single money or revenue neta generates it slips into a third party's account. Into Ochina, ya frequency and paying me say ombe questions anwa. Now when you have your marking, a content creator who stands in parliament and fools the NPP thinking say he is doing something. Come to the public to lie. I know it's now again and why should we give power to the NPP again? Because the minority in parliament, they are content creators. Afenyo marking is a content creator. Now, yanko shenkratanim. Let me put the evidence out for Ghanaians to know the damage. We're part one. As Sam George Kayano, we have been able to do our own research. Say documents wahano. Say Sam George, and in the communications ministry, and the Bank of Ghana, Jitum say a tra or China they can release a statement and say document here Kevin Taylor ever publish it, and actually we are seeing the document in a fake. These are the documents from Bank of Ghana. Echre eye bonia netafo NPP for DA and son of free power. Gigim, let me show you. Now you see this document. You have a kind in edge. Now the document, you know, okosrona. This is a document the Bank of Ghana they have. Mr. Team. Yeah, I'll deal with that. Now, who read the document now? We will watermark the document. Mr. S, we'll watermark this document before you put it on the website tomorrow. Loudsilencenews.com. You go there. We'll put it on our Facebook page too. Now, Bank of Ghana account balance as at 5th March 2025. Currency, account number, and a bank balance as at 5th of March 2025. National Information Technology Agency. Now, let us read this document together. I mean, enlarge, it will be easy for you to understand what I'm talking about. So, Bank of Ghana, for say a boy or China, they should come out. The Communications Ministry, we are ahead of every agency because your person no kurene bedaho. Now, when you read the document, this is what it says. National Information Technology Agency, Omo Sika, Eda Oma Council Money, 25 Ghana cedis, 8 pesos. National Information Technology Agency in dollars, technically, Omo dollar accounts, Sika Edem, $5,117. National Information Technology, Omo Euro accounts, sika dem 85 euros. So omo dollar account no $5,000 in dem. Omo city account no 25 Ghana cedis in dem. Omo euro account no only 85 euros in dem. Ye jujum send be obi abehu de ekọ. We are not going to lie to Ghanaians, and we are going to make sure we follow up and make sure obi obo kroni bia no, the Attorney General, the agency that's supposed to investigate, Sam George himself, he needs to follow up and push to the last point, because per result, we want people to pay for their sins. Now, please note, on the 10th of February 2025, an amount of 1,628,992 Ghana cedis, 54 Ghana pesos, that is 1.628 million, was swept from the account number 101-863-154-0112 into the debt service reserve account with the description government account sweep by the Bank of Ghana. By the Bank of Ghana on the instructions of the Controller and Accountant General's Department. Now, the agency has written to the Controller and Accountant General Department for reversal of the swept amount to NETA. Follow up to the above request for reversal indicates that Controller and Accountant General may accede to NETA's request. Now, on the 10th of February, an amount of 1.6 million. That amount of money was swept. You can't say swept, you prasye. You giasye, you revrasye. Alrighty. Omo girasye no mu yi sikali kogu bibi for the government accounts. Every NETA accounts. Now, when you read, request for Fidelity Bank account balance is in process and will be provided when received. Now, sa sikana ana ewose ekonita hono. Ya rasye ene kopie accounts be a friend government accounts. Or see, was swept from the account number. Now, account number no mo kano which account number? National Information Technology Agency. Omo account any free. Sa sikano omo clear free neta for accounting. Now you get it. Now, so we read the other part of the letter. This is what it says. I think the breakdown is there. This is the breakdown. Investment. NETA does not have any investment. NETA na ekufuado ne NPP for no. It does not have any investment. A flat zero. Because right now, technically, so per the document from Bank of Ghana, NETA is worth, when you take their assets out, NETA is worth in currency 25 Ghana cedis. Take their assets out. When you take the assets of NETA out, and normal omode NETA sika to a you physically a wo no we no free ma under Akufo-Addo no ba o free power na NETA amount of money they have made da ho 25 Ghana. But Oma Boka 813 million. Now, Mayanjuja the academy. Now, NETA does not have any investment. Now, debt, a car omujatu wonye. Appendix A, 811,875,088 Ghana and 65 pesos. Now, cash analysis, 1.611 million. Into Oka total a car net dia, 813 million. 486,505 Ghana and 89 pesos. A car. Omujatuwa. In 2 months' time, Oma Bekasa Sam George Yakromfo in Kwasiafo we are in Petewi. In 2 weeks' time, in 6 months' time, Oma Bekasa, Adentina Sam George Anka, and Intina, I am happy when I see these things. Because I go further, I do my investigations, and I get the documents to show to you where you're under Asla Owusu. This is what Asla Owusu did. Now, Oba Asiawana, Meyenjuja Brofunim. Appendix A, with the heading, reply, invitation to a meeting on outstanding claims. End of quote. It's hereby attached for ease of reference. A conversation note to Appendix A is also attached. This document was presented to the Ministry of Finance on February 4th, 2024. The Appendix A indicates a debt of 811,875,088 Ghana cedis, 65 Ghana pesos. Appendix B, cash analysis as at 5th of March 2025, attached for ease of reference, indicates a deficit of 1,611,417 Ghana cedis, 24 Ghana pesos. This is subject to review by DG. From Appendix A and B above, the total debt as at 5th March 2025 is 813,486,505 Ghana cedis, 89 Ghana pesos. From what you are seeing here, and from the information I am showing you, Makacha will say, Sam George, press conference, Ochina, the media in Ghana, the morning show chickens, should all contact Bank of Ghana. They have a reception. They have an inquiry desk. They can officially email the Bank of Ghana. They can officially email NETA for this document. Now, Mumbusa NETA for say, a document has been put in the public by us, by me. Is the document true? The minister also had a press conference and told Ghanaians to say NETA left only 25 Ghana cedis and that they owe, or the debt they left, 813 million. You, the chicken heads in Ghana, kakoti fuona motiti asempa motiti joy news sa kakoni kobiti fuona motiti Nhyira FM. Any more makana, just do a follow up keke. Na mumu bi mo jimi. That is the only way you become credible. That is the only way you can question a minister, because the minister has made a statement. How do you know the statement is a lie or not? Tomorrow, call the minister and ask him that there is a document circulating on social media. Is that document a legitimate document? It is supporting his claim. Is it true or not? That is how journalists, that is what they do. If I am giving you all kakoti assignment tonight, nobody should go and sit on radio and foolishly just sit on TV and speculate. That's the word I'm looking for. The kind of speculations that what Ghana media, it is too much. We will publish this document on our page tonight. We will watermark it. Go to loudsilencenews.com. It will be there. With all due respect page, it will be there. Loud Silence TV page, it will be there. Pick the document and question the minister, because I have put it out. I have done my job. I have my credibility to protect. So if you're also a media house, our credibility, do not sit on Joy News. Do not sit on GH1. Do not sit on TV3. Do not sit on any media house and just speculate. These are documents you can follow up. Chicken heads. A few of you people are reliable and also have some integrity with you. 90% of the journalists in Ghana, TV, Sunni radio, so they are chicken head. Kakoti, kobiti. They are just speculators. They speculate. The minister is in Ghana. He is not in Europe. Contact him tomorrow morning. Ask him, because I have provided my evidence. Into more and say we are not putting facts here. No. Go and check from Bank of Ghana. In fact, you don't even need to go to the minister. Go to Bank of Ghana. Question them. Send an email. There are people there who are willing to give you the information. RTI bill, no, that is what is it for. Namunja Jimmy Vietnam suit ne sa fake brofuna mashesha eguma pantai na mokekan kwasi asem wo Joy News no. You will publish the document. Indeed, Sam George has set the record straight. NETA. And you see, Mr. Minister, government, it is important. Just saying it and providing documents is not enough for Ghanaians. We want you people to take action. We want the Attorney General, the necessary agencies that do investigations into these things. Mr. Minister, you have to push it for the right thing to be done. People have to be called. Investigations have to be conducted. We need to get to the bottom of it. People who are supposed to be jailed are supposed to be jailed. Because if we don't see any response, if we don't see people paying for their sins, we will turn around and come after you. Mr. Minister, Mr. President, NDC government, if we don't see any action taken on this criminality and this high level of crime, and you allow this to slide, we the people will turn around and come after you, Sam George. So it is up to you to do good. It's up to you to protect your integrity. A lot of people don't like you in the NPP because they think you cannot deliver. I believe in you. The Ghanaian who voted for John Mahama and voted for his vision and voted for people like you believe in the vision and also the ideas and also the hard work the NDC can put in for Ghana to realize our dream, no? We all trust the process. So you people should also prove us wrong by delivering. We will give you the support, but you people need to follow the money. This is very important. Now, this is another story we need to also kill some jandam on. NPP4 has started jandambi. And the jandam, no, we are not going to allow the jandam to happen. Now, look at this. Makacho said NPP4 Omo Jimmy is a political party filled with their stupid, block-headed, tribal bigots who see their followers as chicken. Yeah? Me didn't kind of show sad story way, ECG story. Hey? Everything about the NPP is a lie. And you see what hurts? They are never coming to power again. Me see, as far as I live, Onyankopon Allah, Amamenkwa, and has given me life, Amame, energy. You people will come to power after 46 years. So when you're ready, some of the space or Ghana BM. Now, over 1,300 ECG containers missing at Tema Port. And the other to say 1,300 ECG containers, tele 40 feet, tele 1,300 ayira. Sanko siafu no mu excavators 2,500 party his car. Now, do you know what they are doing with this story? The NPP are quick to go to market. Unim de omo ye. Omo executives ni nyina ashada to ogum. Oh, and this for 1,300 containers are ECG dia omo boa. Anytime I said this platform, it's very important you stay here every day because there's nothing here you beka yemfa njina swama. The NPP under Bawumia and Yekufuado Sankwasiafowe during their tenure in office, ECG problems on Muko Muninano, Bawumia Ekufuado and NPP fowe, it was deliberate. Containers are a carry a ECG equipment, Yadibabo Ghana Kanya Honsemobra. Ediama Yankania Samejina and Naso, Ama ECG a generating revenue at Ghana no. Nanado Danko Ekufuado and Bawumia and NPP Nyanwe. 1,300 containers ninyina yiraye under their tenure. Time Ekufuado teso and idea we yiraye. Okay, Kevin Taylor can send me as some no canon and no current any day shade. Now me read this story me na ma dwudwa bibi mu akiro. An investigative report on the Electricity Company of Ghana has revealed that more than 1,300 containers which were supposed to be cleared at the Tema Port cannot be accounted for. The chairman of the committee that conducted the investigation, Professor Innocent Senyo Aqua, disclosed that while ECG claimed to have 2,491 uncleared containers which contained cables as well as other equipment belonging to ECG, an independent audit at the port found only 1,134, leaving 1,347 unaccounted for. Now, okay, story ni sakwe ni ma me bejuju machiro. Meanwhile, during this period, the company awarded contracts to 2 firms to clear the containers, with one being pre-financed by ECG. It was further disclosed that one of these companies lacked the necessary license to carry procurement breaches. To carry out the contract, raising concerns over procurement breaches. The committee also found that ECG procurement directorates had been merged with its housing and estate units. Additionally, background checks on the director of the procurement revealed that he had no prior experience in procurement and was not a member of any professional procurement body. Now, so kind of story now. ECG for set up a committee say omo investigate containers na do danko ekufuado mo abreso na egu porter na omo say 2491 containers ECG dia. Now sa committee na ye be investigation so omo nye adwuma no omo pensempensemu adwuma hwehwehwe nyoma mu no omo behu say ECG and abawomia na ekufuado sa containers almost say 2491 no only 1134 per na ECG clear. Now omo ye hwehwemu no omo behu say 1347 containers no ayira every report wo. Now investigations records no committee ni ye no busame ho say committee ben why na t committee no committee na yes investigations we NDC aban energy minister John Abujinapo and a T committee no we have the evidence better ojina. It John Abujinapo T committee no committee ni investigations no be who say about 1347 containers 40 feet ni nyina ayera na nhwehwemu no be who say ECG and abawomia na ekufuado many companies be signing a contractor. Na companies in the crampo no need the necessary documentation and clearance and credibility to even be signing a contract with ECG. Almost I be say companies in the bikrano no ECG say ma sika say fanyi containers no. Nanso yekoshe mu no containers say 2491 no 1347 ayira. Now shade NPP for they are on social media, all the executives. And this thing is being manipulated or organized by Afenyomakin, and Napo, and NPP for Omunimus party no for party. Now maybe show the evidence. Nipa obi a committee no, abaya mu be a committee na investigations and yabe hu se ECG and Nanado Danko Ekufuado. ECG and Nanado Danko Ekufuado. ECG and Napo ne set torchlight the crime they have committed. This ECG wants to make under Napo na energy minister. Excavator kure dwane etuayira na container. Now me for evidence no and womb. Now this is the energy minister John Jinapo. This is when John Jinapo set up the committee to do the investigations. Sa committee na NDC 40 no. And no na ende abemaye behu say 1347 containers ayira. This is the evidence.
A 5-member investigative committee uncovered serious procurement lapses within the Electricity Company of Ghana, leading to the disappearance of over 1,300 containers meant for electricity infrastructure.
We took a list of containers that ECG has as containers they have at the port to be 2,491. That was the list they gave us, 2,491. However, when we visited the port and counted the ECG containers there, we got 1,134. 2,491 is the list we were given. We got 1,134. Leaving out about 1,328 containers that could not be accounted for.
The committee also found that ECG awarded contracts to 2 companies to clear the containers, one of which was pre-financed by ECG, yet lacked the necessary license to operate.
Over a period when they piled up to over 2,400, we saw that 2 clearing companies were engaged to clear those particular containers for ECG.
The Minister for Energy and Green Transition, John Abdullahi Jinapo, described the findings as alarming and promised swift action.
We also have to change the procurement processes at ECG. It can't be business as usual, and I can assure you that we intend to take some swift, far-reaching measures to ensure that the right thing is done.
The investigation, which began after the minister's visit to the port in January, estimates ECG's liabilities at 1.5 billion cedis. Authorities say those found culpable will face legal action.
Evidence in Sa committee no NDC Energy Minister John Abujinapo video I share no na committee no koye investigations we no the report ne brand say ejuma a wode maaye say yenko check ECG containers port nyina no ye koye investigations no under napo no 1347 containers 40 feet ani nyina ira. Do you know how much the 40 feet 1347? It is over $500 million. Nyoma na sa container ni mu under napo. So video now share no John Abujinapo NDC Energy Minister and the sa committee no sa instructions omukoye investigations and then the omukoye investigations dia ba amia be hu say under Bawomia under Napo and the Kufuado no this is what they did. Now ma menchira ade bi omoye omodwen say ye nuanom asantefo ni bi agimi nti omotete nkran omo party leaders no and na omaye Photoshop no beto social media say munko twantro enchire Ghana for say NDC for ewia container into hwe omo executives a wo hu ba kunie we yan hwan NPP Youth Wing omo platform and there wo hu dom da beto under Ken Faro ECG containers can fly away from Tema Port. This is NPP. Omo Jimmy a fake news party. Oko omo executives nana be mu no boko platforms no because omo give some followers na Jimmy and they see them as stupid. The NPP as a political party no omo obi oka NPP will be also with Jimmy and that is how they treat them. Because omo nim say so omo yes idea with beto social media omo call for no monum kan TikTok na omo ntumi kenkan no kogu aburuche Germany say nwan no omo tama omo kenkan anytime make you say for NPP to make it back to power no it will be over 46 years. Hwenkwase ade omo ye entom je say we na omo de betwa tro amade ama Ghana for ka say hey NDC but the evidence is clear. We have played a video of the minister giving people assignment to go and investigate NPP for. And today we know under Napo NPP 1347 containers 40 feet aira. So why should a political party, their own youth wing, almost official Facebook page, put this out and say under NDC container to it means omunim say omu base no, omunim say omu Tesco no, omunim say omu followers no, omu ya moa. Anytime I say NPP followers are animals. Jimmy, they feed them with trash. They binning them mudi. Into say they can't think. We cannot use these kind of things to govern because here at Shro, it is never going to play a role in our politics again. At least as far as I know, and as far as I'm here with my team, with Nkoto, with Free Mind, with all the good people who are doing the right things. Ransford Kebuache, Prince Minka of Power, the very good people who are on radios and TVs doing the legitimate journalism job and bringing facts to support everything. No, the NPP will be in opposition for 60 years. They are never coming back to power. And they will never come to power because Jimmy. Sometimes they forget to say they need to please the whole Ghana. Now, what the NPP no want to say, because NPP for Jimmy no, they always think say Ghana for Jimmy, and that is what we saw in the 2024 elections. They considered some supporters in Jimmy. They also can say free SHS. They forgot to say enkwara na call school no. No free SHS now munim se Kufuado twantro no. They forgot themselves saying enkwara nim nyansa they will vote. Some enkwara person who run tertiary institutions without paying first year tuition. Some enkwara knew say the NPP government was lying to their parents. So 90% of free SHS enkwara no, they voted against the piglet MPP. Oma wo foni bina no mo jimna no mo person beje no kura tum no. Every vote bi omoto ye no mo mba ne twa vote ni mu. That is why you saw a 1.8 million gap. And it is going to extend to 2.2 in 2028. Because from what we are seeing, the NPP, a party full of piglets, are not ready to use truth to come back to power. They are still stuck in their primitive stupidity, thinking that we are doing a 1992 politics. Yenka bindi, yenkantro, yenda dankofo, nankofo drin say, oh, uni bibi, we die, politics as usual. Ye trust antifontra, I'm going to twama ye mua. This is NPP. Mamechro, on platforms in here, see what they are doing. This is them. Mamechro, how they see their followers. This is another NPP platform. Mamechro, you see them? NPP Youth Wing, NPP Projects. This is how they see their supporters. These are their official platforms. Me say who NPP ni a we Jimmy a. Na who wa jai wa wono ne ku NPP ni na we Jimmy no. Chichire ne bo dan mu manku no, chichire ne bo wall mu, chichire ne bo dua mu. Me say who NPP ni a we Jimmy a. Chichire no mantam no manku no, mantam no. Atari dua ho. Ne jai wa wono because NPP ni a we Jimmy or to say wa wono sa 30,000. This is their official platforms. This is their official platform. This is the kind of message they are sending to their base to come and lie to Ghanaians and say, John Mahamani NDC for this is their platform. But a few minutes ago, some bore I had the evidence into why should any intelligent young man, intelligent young woman, or to make Ghana follow such a stupid tribal piglet party? Why should we do this to ourselves? This is what they are doing. But and there millions of people watching me around the world, I have showed Ghana for the evidence. John Abu Jinapo setting up a committee to do investigations on Napo. And now we know the NPP, they have stolen 1,300 containers, ECG containers, worth over $500 million. $500 million. No wonder these fools led Bawumia to 38%. No wonder. They were never going to cross 38% because party ni bile no bonyini na de chichire party no Jimmy. We are in 2025 for crying out loud. Jandam is not going to work. Atro will not get you power. It is only truth, honesty, and a bit to me to me abesha winsem. Why should any rational human being? And it's like I'm catching Ghana for say when somebody comes on your page to argue with you, no your MPP near, don't do anything. Leave that person. Don't get in a group and argue with an MPP follower. Or to say Oganti. Ya we na mni nyina de no to gem na de gem. Omo Jimmy. MPP, pure MPP supporters. Omo to say Oganti. Ya we nam papa no, ya tena se na ya we nam no. Na de Oganti na to gem. Ya wa se fadua na chimni kakra. Omo Jimmy, you can't do anything to them. Jimmy ne dosun. This is the Jandam. They think they can use this to win power. How? The people who stole these containers, we need to go after them. So, Energy Minister, John Jinapo, I'm not going to make this slide. These are foolish people, NPP for me, Jimmy. Sometimes people think we are too harsh. Hey, Yama ni anya deni ama Ghana for hunu krena. Enkwasiya for we din trobe say Ghana. Oh, the oya santimemu. What would the NPP edi atro aya santimemu? Oma say santimai. Otum for ni den kakra. And or de de sikidwadi nemu kakra or de afasha di nemu omogu asanteman poto omogu no me see me amina na otumfo said to nana chanchan hini ni Kevin Taylor maba me amina na otumfo no de ni din kakra nemu omogu kuro no MPP egu asanteman no bram aise gatem otumfo na ni din. This is the party some idiots are saying yeah test convo e di chire hwe na mo say 1992 you can't assemble for sure. Ebe take 5 days and send you do. That be you. You people have to reset your minds. You people have to join the real world. You people have to understand the era we are in. In a second, we can get every information we need. Inti Jandam is dead. Now, let me play another evidence to prove to you. Said the NDC government, the energy minister, on a setting up committee, Emma committee no this argument. This is the energy minister. Mumi yanko tie di biem. Na yemfa ndwudwa nsem nim. Kwasi afo.
2,491 containers. ECG itself presents as containers held at the port. 1,328 cannot be accounted for. That is very serious and that's very alarming. And I assure you, we would conduct a detailed investigation into this matter. And somebody or some people will be held liable for this. 1,328 containers cannot just vanish into thin air. Somebody must be held liable for this. And I assure you that we would hold people liable for this. And whatever it takes, we'll work with the Attorney General, we'll work with the police, and ensure that whichever group, whatever people are responsible for this, are brought to book. And that we retrieve either the containers or the monetary equivalent of these containers. And that I assure you that this ministry would pursue this to its logical conclusion. We've also decided that we would move the rest of the containers into a secured warehouse. And let me thank the National Security Coordinator in his office for assisting us so far. They've taken delivery of some of these containers. I've written to National Security to provide us with 24-hour security. We have a detailed catalog or inventory of all these containers, their serial numbers, and everything, and put it in a system where the Minister, ECG, National Security, and if the presidency is interested, everybody will monitor these containers. We'd also have to change the procurement processes at ECG. It can't be business as usual, and I can assure you that we intend to take some swift, far-reaching measures to ensure that the right thing is done. We are not targeting anybody. We have no particular person in sight, but whoever is superintendent over this, especially the former managing directors, they will be held liable, and they have to answer for their stewardship, and that is the essence of public office. Today, as I speak to you, Talo has shut down their pipeline because of accumulated legacy debt. And I've had to go and see the Minister of Finance to use the taxpayers' money to find a solution to this challenge. If we do not resolve that immediately, it means that we cannot deliver power. And so ECG is critical. If we don't get ECG fixed, we'll continue to have serious challenges which will impact power delivery and even the delivery of petroleum products.
Oh, my God. I said, friend of Krobia Santi, with Jimmy Baumia Aiden. No. Also on social no Facebook. We only nine. Kwasia we ni obane te demo. Na oba ti Jimmy ni we hunene dan paso. Kwasia we ni obane nete. Baumia Aiden ye. Also on so I said, friend of Krobia Santi o said ye debia taro ho. Omwe Jimmy. Ono so abehye part no I say nine. I say nine. Na kwasia we oba te no ho dem. Na oba say yentina se mfa adwene. Kwasi ampanyiwe ba wo mia personal aid o Jimmy Fowe ni hu fi bi hu na as yetumi gatem. They have no message again for Ghanaians, and these are people are omombo bra wo mabra bomo politics na momo be nipa first not to set toilet mumwa, and that is what they think they can thrive on to be relevant in Ghana. Wait, Uncle Vietnam and Budukom, because Vietnam and North Korea, they don't entertain fake news. Unless people who are paying people in Vietnam to watch them. Sakrobia way, me think North Korea and kia hanginu a real kete charity. But this is Ghana. This is the vice president's personal aid. Ni aid we no deep Bawumiechi. The former vice president, I'm sorry. Bawumia can never be the former failed liar who is the former vice president. Bawumia, this is a stupid aid. And these fools, they walk around the nation. We allow these animals, these twerps, na yeso na omu Jimmy, because these fools think say they can use lies and bring NPP back to power. Machremu evidence ni nyina wa ha. Now you know what John Jenapo has done. The investigations and this year, abewu say NPP nkwasiafo we na pona Bawumia kwasiampe ni universe no. This is what he did. 1,347 containers, 40 feet, almost over $500 million. Omatomedi. Kwasia we anya MPP anko onye sika entua oba dross. Kwasia we kro be asante. Enya krono na NPP fo aboma na nya bidia. Anko ntumi nyi sika ma oba so nkoto dross kwasia we. Ni atete Ghana na nipa fin we mu. We o said yom ti hwedan mu kwasia fo we de nam Ghana. Adan ya yenjai ne mo mbra power. And kema toilet mum one abedi so. And this is what they do. Sign on the feed party the base, you know. That is how they feed them. Now Shadia Waha. Jandam ne dia, it is dead. As far as I live. Unma ko di NPP for Pemasem. NPP for omunim se meka no krepa. Yana yomo yan say, make an occurrence on a medio matem and how more. Now at 10 year no crampono. Omunim say attending a medio, it is true, it is factual, it is important. The NPP from Pemasam say there is never a day I go to NPP need to be because Kevin Taylor can't throw to be your man on Casasam. Never. NPP need be any we are say. Obetuabe Gina baby. I cover document to be say this is a counter document. I make sure say Kevin Taylor can't throw. NPP are boy behind to be. The only thing they can say they say, Odidiatem na attend ye just your bomb nipa your bomb moi. Insult was created for men who don't want to think and want to act like animals. And now you use your almost so. It is almost a midiwa tema. You are not acting rational as a human being. You are acting like an animal. Unless you are acting like an animal. And then the NPP as a political party, I control the party. I will decide their fate in the next 60 years. Because minim so man we draw no kre. And minim se party be a tifri and a atro and they can never get out of atro. That is why I have jailed the NPP for life. Until they repent in the next 40 years, 60 years, for us to see glimpses of nokre kakra womo. These are a bunch of idiots. And Intina, you will never go on social media obi an adwene adwuma holding a document to contest me to say me what documents to prove Kevin wrong. Oh, the stray dogs there's some more. There's no human being or better ashekramai bodam for. No, I am talking about NPP 4. Nobody in Ghana. Until they cannot attack my job, they cannot attack the message. The Ombayana say Kevin Taylor one time, me who feature NPP for 99%. Kevin Taylor did yatem, moye 19 medium atem mwejimi. I want you people to contest me. I control the party's heart. Party na kuma na wa nsem. And I will squeeze it and kill it. Me miya makuma no na mateno. Masha Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade da. Go and watch it. Or Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull. Me kama kuma na mate. Na me miya na say. And no pen na mukomu no. Because how can one gentleman, how can one man, how can one young man, how can he kick us out of power? Eh no kure keke mandi droda. Me nko abosom so da eh no kure momo ya beifo mom pe no kure. Enti what I am going to do, me de me say wura makumem, me kuta makumem, meti ni kakra. I will let the pain hurt. Meti ni peace meti makuma. Miya mamoja na sone. Mi wi ana mare. Kwasiafo, you people will never have life. You will not have life, political life again. A Jimmy for you sit in Ghana, mojo so be a Jimmy. 1992 na munya mu didi mu edubu ahene ntro. 1998 ena munya mu didi mu. Sa time you try dia na Kweku Baako kwa champagne ni se torchlight abetina radio so we try ntro. Nobody is fact checking Kweku Baako. Kweku Baako is not dead. Why is he not bringing documents? Yaba. Kweku Baako is not dead. Why is he not bringing documents? Because yaba. Every document Kweku Baako betwe pie no, make sure they so oboa with real document, on to meet document. Toilet papers na kadem, mu Kweku Baako no akadem. Because we are here. I control. Nyankopon wo ho a, wa ma me nyansa, wa ma me courage. I will control. And party na koma. Samoti onufu kebi, snake and sons. Me soma kumem na mateno. As far as I live on this planet, NPP will never exist. Mon kano kure. Mon che Ghana for se munyansa. Mon bre mo ho ase. Na to attack me, me mo attack me no na me charge more. And I'm study here. The more you people attack me, the more I become more relevant. The more I start to charge more. The more I become deadlier. And you see, I am going to be deadlier. I am going to enter the heart of the party. Metsima kumano. Kwasiafo.
Asrewadi sela, wahadi hana, woyodi yona, poliede polina, kokode comfort, kotodi kunto, chichibiabi chamai, fuadi famai. Hey!
Kevin Kobedu Taylor, we air fake news, Jandam, NPP4, Baumia office, Ghana Today, and I'm catch them a fake news platform. Nobody should take any news from Ghana Today. Samia Wuku Kojo Ponkroma, NPP for Baumia office, and Omukriti Ghana Today we. Adebia Dahobia NPP lies. This is fake news. Chiefs who wear gold ornaments without authorization from Sami Jefi can be jailed for not less than 5 years. Actually, wait, Jimmy. NPP for Jimmy. Me say Ghana Today now abano. Every day, don't baby you be killing jandam. These are animals. Yes, sorry now you can be chiremo amuntio. NPP as a political party, only message. Wey a jandam, a tro. Eye kojo ponkroma Samia Wuku de shechire eye Baumia office and the fake news weba. They want to malign Sami Jefi, they want to malign John Mahama. They are just there. They don't have a message. How many message Magana for adikudiente yen to abamo mu biem. Enti jesiano oh sorry no mo twatro. This is fake news. This is fake news. Mema obia njindi every day they post, I'll come here and let Ghanaians know it is fake news. A tro a NPP for Sami Jefi can some way. Obia ni wa can some way. Gold board of one can some way. Don't take them serious. We will kill Jandam. We will protect Ghana. Say NPP for no kura omunko famra. Any news you hear from Ghana Today, a tro a Baumia. Ghana Today, any Ghana Web difference in him. Sanko from Ghana Today, no man Ghana Web. At the same desk. And no creative fake one way. And no day fake news igum. At the same desk. Ghana Web about Umiadia, Ghana Today about Umiadia, and the same NPP, fake news. Don't take them serious. Ochina, Yababa Abedjum, the Academy, I bet you much Ghana for. My name is Kevin Ekoberu Taylor. It's been a pleasure having you tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. We will discuss Ghana. Be good. We are all messengers who are ready and willing to speak or say truth to power. Or some to be say, we want Ghana to be better. We want to make sure a crew way you're protecting them. Send over 15 years, over 20 years, over 18 years, over 20 years, over 22 years, a enemy any bit much Ghana. We have to protect this nation. The only way we can protect this nation and not to run away from Ghana and become slaves in other people's country is to protect good governance. It is to protect a government that is showing that it respects you and it wants to build your future. It is to, at the end of the day, understand and protect a government that is willing to create opportunity for you. It is very important to understand, say, a government that has come to show you respect, to protect you from any danger. A government that has assured you and it is delivering. A government that is giving you hope. A government that is paying fees for young people their first year in the university. A government that is willing to create Women's Bank. A government that has built or created the gold board to protect our gold from being exploited. A government that is ready to build farmer service center across the nation, to build agro-processing for Ghanaians to get work. A government that is willing and ready to implement 24-hour economy whereby all private companies, entrepreneurs, individuals can expand their working hours and employ more people. A government that is ready to infuse money into our infrastructure development. A government that is ready to take care of senior high school kids to make sure they have better accommodation, better materials, and also protect their education. A government that is willing to pay basic education, school feeding, moving it from 1 city, 50 pesos to 2 cities in its first 2 months. A government that is showing respect and protecting and fighting corruption. A government that is ready to serve you. And that government is this John Mahama NDC government. It is up to you and myself to make sure we protect this government, guide it. If we have to constructively criticize this, do that. Keep them in power for a long time and make sure that the 42-year agenda is achieved. If we are able to keep the NDC, that is a social democratic party, in governance for 42 years, Ghana will be like the United States of America. It's up to you and myself to fight Jandam, to speak truth, to protect the John Mahama NDC government, to make sure they lead, create opportunities. It is up to us to protect our democracy. A few years ago, we had an NPP government that shot Ghanaians because of power. A few years ago, we had a vice president who lied through his teeth. A few years ago, we had a president who was crazy, like a Kufuado. A few years ago, we have a group of criminals who destroyed our water bodies in the name of Galamsey. A few years ago, we have corrupt government officials spending our monies, stealing from us. A few years ago, this country was handed over to a small tribe. These people are still on the sidelines. They are warming up. They want us to make another mistake and hand over this country to them. We should be focused. We should guide this government. We should have the 42-year agenda in our heads. We should be resolute. We should protect the NDC government and John Mahama's government. We should all come together as a people and build this nation. It is not going to be easy, but if we are resolute, we concentrate, we focus, we as a nation, in the next 42 years with the NDC, we will realize our dreams. And this is how it has started. Join me, be part of this. Let us use truth. Let us try our best to protect the young ones coming up with truth. It is only truth that will give us leaders who respect, leaders who want to work, leaders who are ready to serve us. It is only truth that will protect our democracy. You as a Ghanaian watching me, my job and your job is to use the truth to protect our democracy and to build Ghana.